Did you know that every single song you've ever loved, from your favourite rock anthem to a gentle acoustic ballad, has a kind of secret musical recipe that gives it its unique flavour? This recipe is called its key, and it's what tells you which chords truly belong together to make that song sound just right. And today we're going to figure out what a key on your guitar actually is, and why understanding this simple idea will help open up a whole new world of playing. There are many songs that are often played in just one key. For example, the key of G major. And that key is usually at the beginning of the song sheet. So when you open up a chord book, you'll see a symbol that tells you which key the song is in. And we'll go into a little more detail about those symbols and what those chords are in a key in just a moment. Now, speaking of popular families, did you know that out of all the possible music keys, guitarists tend to stick to a handful of favourites? And if you learn these 5 common keys and the guitar chords within them, you'll be able to play a huge number of songs. It's like having a secret shortcut to playing more music. Now, some of the most common keys, the 5 that I think are the most common, are C major, D major, A major, E major, and G major. And many of these keys allow for a lot of open chords. Now you can see them all on the screen here, and you can see the symbol at the beginning. Now that's not a hashtag, that's a sharp. Now really, honestly, don't worry about what those actual symbols mean. That's a whole nother video. What we're focusing on is what chords are in those keys. Now, speaking of chords that love to hang out together, let me tell you about one of the most famous recipes in music history, the 12-bar blues. Now, did you know that this simple chord pattern, chord progression, and comment down below if I'm wrong, this was born in the American South. This has become the absolute bedrock for rock and roll, jazz, pop, countless other songs that you know and love, and of course the blues. And it connects everything from the early blues legends to the Beatles, Bowie, Duran Duran, Oasis, and of course Ed Sheeran. And the best part, it's incredibly straightforward to learn on your guitar. And once you've got this, you'll be playing tunes that have influenced music for over 100 years. So here is the 12-bar blues in the key of G major, or in the key of G. And we're only using 3 chords: G major, C major, and D major. And I'm going to play through this, and why don't you join me, grab your guitar, and let's play this together. You can use any strumming pattern you like. I'm just going to use a simple up and down pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that is a truly fantastic chord progression. So that chord progression, that 12-bar blues, primarily uses major chords. And you'll find this chord progression is used in thousands of songs, especially rock and roll songs, Hound Dog, Johnny Be Good, and so on. Now we're just scratching the surface of the 12-bar blues here. But if you're keen to learn how to play this famous progression in any key, I've got a whole other video dedicated just to that. And you can find the link to that around here somewhere, or down below in the description. And if you're interested in this particular strumming style here, the one that I was using, you'll also find a link to that video down below in the description. Now within each family or key, you'll find chords that have different moods. And you've got your happy sounding chords, which are the major chords like G major, C major and D major. But then there are also the sadder, more thoughtful sounding chords, which we call minor chords. And they both live happily in the same key and work together to give songs different feelings. And so here's the G major chord and G minor chord. And you can hear the difference in the sound. Major, minor. You'll notice when you see chord names written down, the major ones are usually just the letter. So it will just say G or C or D. It doesn't generally say D major or G major. It's just the letter, and it's always a capital letter. Now for the minor ones, you'll see a little M or M-I-N next to the letter. So you'll have a capital A, then a small m, and that tells you that it's A minor, or you'll have a capital D and a small m, telling you that it's D minor. And this is a quick way to tell you what kind of mood that chord will bring to the song. And I want to look at a great song by Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone. And this classic song uses so many of the chords from one key. Now we're going to look at it in the key of G major. And in G major, we've got G major, A major. No, we haven't. We've got G major, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor. And this song starts off with, now I'll be honest, I'm not playing it in the same key that Bob Dylan plays it on the record. I'm just sticking with the G, the key of G theme here. And so here we're starting off with G and C, right? But for the verse, it kind of rolls through pretty much all of the chords in the order that they're in. So it goes G, A minor, B minor, C. Didn't you? So it's like so it's a lovely chord progression. G, A minor, B minor, C, D. It's a nice chord progression, and it's also going to help you remember the chords and the order that those chords come in. Now, listen, sometimes in a key you'll come across another type of chord called a diminished chord. I'm just kind of ignoring that for the moment. It's a slightly trickier chord, a trickier character. So we're just focusing basically on the main major and minor chords today. So don't worry about it for now. But what we have in the key of G major, all the chords, if I roll through them, G, A minor, B minor, C, D, then E minor. That's what a key is. It tells you how they all sound together. And why is this good? Well, because it's really good to know, because I think that if you're playing with a friend or playing in a group and somebody says, listen, I've written a song, it's in the key of G, you'll be able to say, okay, key of G, I need G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, and maybe that extra one. That's what it's really good for. Also, it's really good if you decide to start songwriting, because you can say, okay, I'll start with just the key of G, and then you'll have all the chords that you need to use, and your chords will sound good together. They won't sound weird and avant-garde. Now, the next time you're playing through a song, find out what key it's in. Does it use all the chords in that key? And let me know in the comments, what is the most common key you find yourself playing in? If you've got value out of this video, then why not like, subscribe, and check out the other content on my channel. If you're starting out on guitar, you've just been playing for a few weeks, then check out my 7-day total beginner guitar course down below. It'll give you chord tips, transition tips, finger placement tips and a few other bits and pieces too, as well as a number of songs that you could play. And if you want personalised lessons, then check me out on the learning platform Till. All those links are down below in the description there. Thanks for joining me today. Happy strumming.